Cat and zero out now as he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
In your face.
On first down, Watson. Completion left side to Miller. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again is Watson. To the right side and complete to Thomas. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Again, it's Watson. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll take it across midfield down into jet territory. A gain of 3, second down.
Was the old expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Watson. And Thomas has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Watch the pass. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now it's Watson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, first and 10 at the 20.
Mike, 55.
Lady.
Mike. Hey, here we go. Mike.
Hey, Haywood.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. He turned it over the middle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
On second and 11 now. Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the post.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jordan Jenkins in there to bury him for a loss of 11. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21. Back to throw, Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And got his man complete. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. And even 40 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against the defense, who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. These two teams all tied after one. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Third and long, it's Watson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, 31. 57.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Leonard Williams able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 13-yard line.
New York set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's Jaleel Adai who brings him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And now out comes Houston, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Watson, throw left side, complete to QT. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. On the toss, here's Foreman. Muscles him off, and he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Texans have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
New York set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field. Jet safety, jet safety. Hey, switch gears, switch.
A give to Bell. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Darnold hitting his tight end, Herndon. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On second down, it's Bell. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Extra point good by Catanzaro. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get in the field.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 46.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Darnold from the gun. Out right here to Herndon. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Catanzaro's kick is good. And that will do it. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
132 fighter. Jim. Check the backer.
On first down, Bell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Mike outside. 55. Mike 55. It's coming this way. Man, 80. Here we go. Whip. Watch the whip.
On second and 11 now. Darnold. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let him know. Kill. 6'6", bullet high. 80. Keep going, keep going.
Third and long, it's Darnold. That one complete to Anderson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
First down, Houston.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's first and 10 at the 19-yard line. This is Miller. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Jordan Jenkins, his second sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Watson now to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run it with Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Under 10, 10.
Again, it's Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Red 80. 41 Mike, 41 Mike.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. To throw is Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Texans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got a first down and more past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Ain't no such thing as
A first down carry now for Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Here's Watson, caught left side, Hopkins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson going up top. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the interception, here's Darnold going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 75 yards. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Houston. 55 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again is Watson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Leonard Williams bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson throwing on 3rd and long. That's caught. It's Thomas. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Here's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
This is caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
17. Set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Darnold. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Outside, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, watch his slant, watch his slant. Watch his slant, watch his slant.
Darnold down to throw. And that will be incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. And sensing the momentum, maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Watson. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Crowder's got it over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Back, back, back. Shift. Watch the shift.
They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The Jets on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And a nice spin into some open field. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win. Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished, but to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets.